Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this instance we are just going from Wawa to home. As you can see here, the car is like stopping for the stop sign. It's kind of like a weird stop, but I think it's fine. And then here it decides to creep and wait without blocking the intersection due to the traffic and because the car needs to go into that lane where all the cars are. And then as you can see here, it quickly decides to get in there. The van doesn't allow us, but then quickly after that he gets in. This version is, I mean, it's difficult to describe. I mean, a couple of things that you can actually quickly see here is like the smoothness of the drive. It just feels so comfortable being in there. There's also the level of aggressiveness and decision that it shows. It's remarkable. So here, just compared to V11, V11 used to choose the right lane, but it didn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't matter which lane you are in here, but I mean, it's more comfortable just to stay on this side. There's something interesting happening here. You can see on the visualization a car coming from the right, and then FSD decides to slightly slow down to allow that car to merge, instead of just getting into a confrontation there just to decide who is going first. I think it was a great decision for the car to make. Another thing that used to happen in V11 here is like since there is no lane lines, it used to wiggle around like from left to right all the time. But as you can see here, it's very smooth, and then when it gets to the light, it decides to line up with all the other cars in front of it, like basically what a human would do. Yeah, here it just goes down. I mean, goes down just for following the speed of traffic. Sometimes in this version, I don't know, sometimes the speed is probably too slow for the roads. I know that Elon said that in 12.3.1 these issues haven't been addressed. You can still override using the accelerator just to nudge a little bit to go faster, but overall it is fine. It's just when you get into some more residential roads, the speed is like sometimes it's way too slow compared to the speed limit. Here, just something quick to highlight is that V11 used to go a little wider in this intersection. V12 is just basically doing the right thing and stay like close to the lines in the middle instead of just going too wide in the intersection. This is something that V11 used to do very well, just go around parked vehicles. It's just like the big difference here is just the smoothness of how the maneuver is being done. FSD's 12 is just it's basically a step change in smoothness. I need to try this with my wife. She's probably gonna really like this version really a lot. I mean, she used to complain about V11 like being too harsh or too violent in the maneuvers that it used to do. But yeah, V12 is like way smoother. Here we're approaching another intersection. V12 like decides to stay on the right just to continue straight. It goes slightly over the lines, which is fine. And then here you will see some interesting maneuver, like V11 used to like just stop behind this car, or way behind that car. But V12 just decides to slow down and slightly move over and go around the car. Also, that bicycle coming the other way, it just didn't even flinch. It just proceeds as normal. Nothing to worry about. V11 will probably have to panic and slow down or even harsh brake there, but that's no longer the case here. Here it seems that the other cars were waiting for someone that was crossing. It goes around just fine through this construction area on the right side. B11 used to go from left to right here due to, you know, the road being wide and not being marked properly. B12 kind of like shows that a little bit, but I mean, eventually like finds the middle lane and continues straight. I think this speed here, instead of like just following 35, is correct. I mean, there's a lot of pedestrians crossing in that crosswalk there. Usually, it's difficult to see when someone is there. So I think not going 35 here is the right choice. Upcoming, you can see there is a blinking yellow light. B11 used to like 50% of the time slow down and sometimes stop. B12 in this instance just continues through the light, just like you should be. And then here there's also another change here. Before, B11 used to turn white here and then stay on the right, and then go to the right side to continue straight, which is the route. But then B12, instead of just going white, just stays closer to the curve, like a human would do. Because the right thing to do for the route is to stay on that side, right? And yeah. One thing that is really difficult to describe is all this acceleration and slowdowns that the B12 does. It's difficult to convey or even see it on the video, just how smooth and how comfortable it feels when you are in the car. There is no, I haven't experienced any jarring like acceleration. The jerk is fine. The only times that the car decided to slow down quickly, it was because he had to, due to some, person jumping onto you or some car braking hard in front of you. But otherwise, when it doesn't have to, it just smooth sailing all the time. It just it's a different level of comfort, like we didn't experience before. Here is one of those instances where I would be driving a little faster than 33. This is 35. You can see the car ahead of us is not going that fast, probably going 35. So maybe that's going into the decision of the car not going faster than that. But I hope this is something that might get fixed in the next version. Just a little bit faster than these things. Like, there's no need to go below the speed limit in here. And this is something that I said before. It's just if you check the speed on the visualization there on the screen, you can kind of tell how smoothly it slows down. But you gotta be in the car to actually experience this. It's difficult to convey how smooth the car drives in B12. Coming up ahead, there is we had to do a right turn. B11 used to kind of like stay in the middle, like kind of like center, instead of just moving over to the right for the turn, and then it will move over just right before the turn. V12 it just anticipates that move and stay on the right side. Here it's just slightly slow down, just to check if any traffic is coming. No braking, car braking or anything. It just slows down a little, make sure no one is coming, and then proceeds. It's just beautiful. And then here, just before the drive ends, it doesn't avoid that manhole cover there. The light for the turn come way earlier. This road usually people come way above the speed limit driving here, so it's a welcome change that the light comes before the actual slowdown on the turn, so people have time to react. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like the video, just subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.